What's up, everybody? Welcome to our Bellroy Lite Carry On review. During this review, I'm going to show you everything that you need to know about this suitcase. We're going to go over some of its top features. I'm going to pack it out to show you how much you can actually fit inside. We're going to go over some of its pros and its cons. And then I would stay tuned until the end of the review, just in case it's not your perfect suitcase. I'm going to give some alternative recommendations that might better suit your needs. So let's get right into it. Let's start off with the gist of the Bellroy Lite Carry On. Alright guys, today we are doing a review of this soft shell suitcase by Bellroy, and what you need to know is in the name, the Bellroy Lite Carry On. This is a very lightweight carry-on suitcase. This is a great option if you're into some long-term travel and you're going to be bouncing around a lot, but you don't want to lug around a backpack on your back for hours on end. This suitcase is super lightweight and it's Bellroy, so you know it's going to look good. Some of its top features: we've got a front quick access pocket, a minimalist yet spacious main compartment, super lightweight materials, and some super smooth gliding wheels. This bag is 38 liters, and for reference, this is what it looks like fully packed out as I roll it through the streets of Hong Kong, and for reference, I'm 5'2". It weighs a light 4.6 pounds. It comes in 3 different color options. This is the clay version. This comes with Bellroy's 10-year warranty. And for all that, this bag is gonna cost you about $255 US. And if at first glance you were like, oh my gosh, I've been on the hunt for a very lightweight suitcase, and you love Bellroy and you think this is your perfect bag, and you would like to make a purchase, we do ask that you use the first link in the description below. That link's always gonna offer you the best price for these bags, gonna offer any discount codes that we have going on at the time, and it will always show support for the Gear for the Girls YouTube channel, which is greatly appreciated. Thank you very much. But let's see what this little guy is all about. Let's get into the front of the Bellroy Lite Carry On. For materials, this bag is made with 100% recycled polyester and nylon. It's a little bit crinkly, super lightweight and breathable, and it's gonna offer you some weather resistance as well. Like I said, these materials are gonna be extremely lightweight, which is a really cool feature to have on a suitcase. Normally they're hard shell, and that hard shell does add extra weight. This is a soft shell, so it's not going to look as clean. It's gonna offer a different aesthetic, but this bag is only 4 pounds, so that cuts out like half the weight of what a hard shell suitcase would be, which leaves extra room for more clothes. For an overpacker like me, that's just music to my ears. So there's definitely a lot of pros to having a soft shell suitcase. And this is gonna be pretty minimalist. We've only got one front pocket, and it's a little quick access pocket. We've got 2 little loops here that you can use to act as sort of a zipper puller, or you can use these for some external carrying options. Once you get into this pocket, we got a little key leash. We've got 2 internal pockets, a pen holder, and the main pocket goes till right about there. Like I said, this is your quick access pocket. I'm gonna put my smaller things in here that I'm gonna need faster access to, and so I don't have to go into the main compartment and rummage around for it. This bag is pretty minimalist, so I do love that they put a front quick access pocket here. This is gonna be for your smaller things that you don't want to have to go in the main compartment for to access, especially when you're going through the airport. Normally when I'm traveling, I've got my suitcase or my backpack, and then I have a little sling as well where I put my smaller bits like my passport and my wallet. That's personally just the way that I like to travel. If you don't travel that way, this is gonna be a great pocket for those things. Alrighty, so we're gonna start filling this front pocket out. We're gonna go ahead and put our passport and our wallet in one of these pockets here. Fits nicely in there. I'm gonna put a portable charger in the other pocket, pen in the pen slot, keys on the key leash. Easy, little, perfect. Just plop that on. I'm gonna put it in the pocket as well. And then you got a little extra room in here. You got some depth. That pocket, that's like my favorite place to put my over-the-head headphones. They just fit perfectly in there. It's like they were meant to be. If you don't travel with over-the-head headphones, that's a good spot for like a book, or maybe your Kindle if you want some quick access to that. But me personally, headphones all day. Put that in there. We're gonna close it up. Like I said, minimalist. Not much going on. Since this is a soft shell luggage, whatever you pack in here, it's probably gonna bulge out a bit. It's not going to have like the cleanest, slimmest aesthetic going on. Sometimes it's what's on the inside that counts, you know what I'm saying? And this bag is one of those. So speaking of inside, let's get into the middle of the Bellroy Lite Carry On. So let's get into that main compartment and see how much we can fit in there. For the main compartment, to get into it, we got 2 zippers that are lockable, which is a great feature to have when you're traveling. And these little zipper pullers that are gonna make it a little easier to open because this is a bit of a larger, thicker zipper. And then once we open, we've got that classic suitcase style opening into this main compartment. On one side, we've got 2 pockets. Then we've got another big mesh pocket that you can zip closed. When you unzip it, then you've got your big old spacious main compartment where all your clothes and everything are gonna go. I'm a big fan of a very minimalist main compartment because when I pack, I use my handy dandy packing cubes. It offers me more organization and it just makes it easier when there's not a bunch of pockets and stuff going on. I just like it super, super basic. So I'm gonna go ahead and put 1 packing cube, 2 packing cube. And you know, this suitcase is 38 liters. It's a carry-on. You could take it for a weekend trip, you could take it for a month-long trip. Really just depends how you pack. I'm just gonna show you what you can fit. I've got about probably, I'd say, a week's worth of clothes in here. I'm gonna also go ahead and throw my little toiletry pouch on the side here. We're gonna go ahead and zip that closed. So even if you don't use packing cubes and you kind of roll all your clothes or whatever, you can use that little zippered compartment to keep them all organized in there. So when you open your suitcase, your clothes aren't flying everywhere. We've got this big mesh pocket as well on this side. If you don't use packing cubes, you can put like all your undergarments, your socks, your underwear, your bathing suits if you're going somewhere tropical, maybe your hats or something. This could be a good spot for that. For this big old zipper pocket, I'm gonna go ahead and throw a little packable sling in it because you know, if I'm taking this on a long trip, I'm obviously bringing a packable day bag with me. Put that to the bottom. I'm gonna go ahead and throw a book in there as well. And depending how much you fit in the main compartment, it kind of eats up a little bit of space in this pocket. It makes it a little harder to access. So just depends how you pack it out. It's just something to consider while you're packing. On the other side, we've got another mesh zippered pocket, and then up top we've got just a basic pocket with no internal organization. This top pocket could be a good spot for like a little medicine pouch, maybe your makeup pouch. I'm gonna go ahead and use it as like a little tech pouch. I'm gonna put my phone charger, travel adapter, extra long charger, put that in there, zip that on up. Below that, in this mesh pocket, I'm gonna go ahead and throw in an umbrella and my speaker. Zip that closed, and I mean, pretty packed out. Not too much more you could fit in here. We're gonna see if we can close this on up. And like I said, these materials are much more malleable and you're just gonna see what you're packing. You know, you can definitely see my headphones poking out here. You can see my speaker kind of poking out here. It's not gonna have the most beautiful, clean looking aesthetic, but it gets the job done. You can pack a bit more, I think, in my opinion. It's lighter, which I like. And yeah, I mean, you still fit the necessities in there. And like, let's see. Oh my God. This is nothing. It is so light. That's always my concern when I'm traveling with a hard shell suitcase, because I am usually by myself when I travel, and if I'm using it as a carry-on, I have to put it in the overhead compartment and take it out of the overhead compartment. And you know, your girl's strong, but she's not that strong. With a super heavy suitcase, I just get nervous that I'm gonna like yank it out. It's gonna fall on someone. This is light, baby. Oh my God, this is so easy. I could do this all day. So yeah, that's just, in my opinion, a huge pro of this backpack. But speaking about how it looks, let's talk about the back of the Bellroy Lite Carry On. We see how this bag is looking fully packed out, but how is it gonna feel? For handles, we've got 1, 2, 3. They're pretty basic handles, really light, no extra padding, also very malleable. I like the placement on the top handle. It feels like you have a lot of control, and the side handles too. I just think you have really good control over the bag, especially if you're taking it in and out of the overhead compartment. If you're pulling it and you gotta, go up some stairs, it's gonna be really nice and easy to grab that handle and lift the bag up. I think the padding is good because it is a lightweight, more minimalist bag. So I think if there were thicker, more padded handles, it wouldn't really flow with the bag. We got the minimalist vibe. I like it. The handles are good placements. Then for the back here, we've got a little zippered compartment to get into the luggage handle. It's a luggage, baby. This is a luggage. Alrighty, we got 1, 2, 3 different settings. Let's put this on the ground. This is as high as it goes. It goes right up to my little belly button. I'm 5'2", so that's a nice little easy way to, actually a little tall for me. I think I'd go setting 2 actually. Oh, that is perfect. And it's just, your basic luggage handle. And with this bad boy, you only got 2 wheels, which, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little spoiled. I've started using suitcases more, and the 4 wheels are just, they're nice, man, It just glides smoothly any direction you want it to go. We're going old school with this, tilting it back on the 2 wheels. But, we can do it. It's not, I'm just being a little bougie with my 4 wheels. The 2 wheels are nice, and look at these things. They're super smooth. They glide nicely. Actually, on their website, it says they're rollerblade inspired wheels, and I literally couldn't agree more. As a rollerblader myself, these things are nice. I like them a lot. Really couldn't ask for more, Bellroy. I think you did a good job with the wheel selection. Faux show. And this is the bag, baby. This is it. Lightweight, soft, glide. What more could you ask for? So now let's get into the pros and the cons of the Bellroy Lite Carry On. For my pros, pro number 1 is going to be those extremely lightweight materials. Pro number 2 is going to be that front quick access pocket. But for my cons, con number 1, these materials aren't going to be the most weather resistant. And for con number 2, it's only 2 wheels. I love them, but I wish there was 2 more. But if you're like, shut up, 2 wheels are back. They're in right now, and this suitcase is the one for you, and you would like to make a purchase, we do ask that you use the first link in the description below. Thank you. But if it's not your bag and you would like to see my alternative recommendations, I got you. Here are the alternatives to the Bellroy Lite Carry On. For my first alternative, I went with the Peak Design Roller Pro. This is gonna be a great choice for you if you're looking for a suitcase with a bit more internal organization, better weather resistance, and you want a designated spot for your laptop. So if you think that this might be the suitcase for you and you wanna learn some more information about it, you can check the link in the description below. And for my second alternative, I picked the Bellroy Transit Carry On. This is gonna be a great alternative if you love Bellroy, but the soft shell just wasn't your style. You want a hard shell, you want the 4 wheels, and this suitcase offers a bit more features. So if you'd like to find out what those are, you can watch our full in-depth review right here. And that is all for this review today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Remember, if you're liking these videos, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. My name is Marissa. This is Gear for the Girls, brought to you by Nomads Nation. Peace.